mid-range deck that has very few Vraska's Contempts, which makes me super sad. It's got a lot of things I like going on with it. I'm a big fan of Phoenix, big fan of Glorybringer right now. Think both of them are super good. Sideboard looks like it's fairly well set up, but it 5-0 today, and I was just kind of wanting to try it. Again, I have a horrible code, so I have to apologize if my throat or sniffling is too bad. We'll try to keep it at a minimum and use the mute button a lot, but apparently I'm never allowed to get completely better, which is a tilt. Such a tilt. Hey George, what's up, man? Is it bad that I kind of want a second unlicensed disintegration in the deck? Not too good, George, but we must stream anyway. Thank you, Moto, for moving our window for us. Cool. No lands. Back to our usual. Some of us are not whitelisted like our friend Matt. Alright, we'll keep it. And no, not really. I don't have anything worth trading anyway. You've saw my binder. So we put our one thread on top. We kind of really need him to be an aggro deck when we keep a hand with 3 of our 4 1-mana removal spells in it. Cool. So it looks like these cards aren't going to be any good in this match. And he didn't see much of my binder either when he looked through it, if you remember. He saw my binder. We have like tons of threats in this deck though, so like we'll probably get to some. If we can dodge Scarab, we're probably in good shape. Cool. Our 4th 1-mana removal spell / dead card. I think we only have 4. Be honest, I don't know the deck list off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure there's only 4 in the main deck. If he plays a Chandra's Defeat, I'm going to rage quit. Not bad for us. He's got 2 removal spells, I guess. It's fine. Could be worse. El Phoenix Sereno. Oh well, he might actually be control and not mid-range. Feel like I just want to play this thing. Feel like we can get more use out of the Doomfall later. As like Scarab God protection. Keep that one on top. Take to know what it is if he can keep it on top. Yeah, that's a good one. He's got an answer this too, though. It's the one cool thing about decks like this, and now if he answers that, then he's got to answer that as well. At this point, we just keep asking questions. And hopefully they're good enough. It's just another glimmer. Interesting. Well, this isn't looking good. 4 Phoenix wouldn't be bad. That's not a 4 Phoenix. Thinking about actually using the Doomfall now. Don't care about that card. Non-land permanent to owner's hand. Rip, that card's actually good. Or we'll take the Gear Hulk. So it looks like this Chandra's probably going back to our hand. So we don't need to see this, we don't need to see this, and we don't need to see this. $17 cards deep in our deck. Nicobolus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, he's got the land for Nicobolus, so that hurts. Hey, line starts here. What's up, man? It's just a Grixis control list. Fortunately, that's really bad for us. Especially when he's got this in his hand. Guess it's better to play this. Every card we've exiled has been lands. Nice draw. Wee. I have no idea what the Shota list is, so could not tell you. And they hit another fatal push. I guess we'll just sit here and wait and die. Really can't do anything. We're definitely dead, though. I don't think we could demonic tutor every turn of this game and win. I'm actually going to concede now that I see the Essence Scatter as well. We consider this match feels like it'd be pretty good, but maybe it's not. All of these cards seem kind of reasonable here. I think that card's fine too. Definitely don't want any of these. I don't think I want any of these. Really don't really want those either, so I gotta bring like 2 things back if I do that. Hey JJ, what's up? So two things back. Guess I'll bring you back. And I guess you. Oh no, there's another enlacement in my last grave or sideboard. I forgot that there was one actually in my sideboard. And the braid does roughly the same thing. Alright, I'll keep this hand. Yeah, JJ, I don't think I'm ever getting better, man. It's definitely frustrating at this point. I think I'm going to go ahead and duress this turn to hopefully be able to play this without him killing it next turn. Nope, that's just never happening. So I guess we'll take the search for Azcanta. Which means you'd think he would have immediately drawn one. Is there some chance that he kills this? This is a misplay too. I should have definitely played Efferhub that turn. Should have 100% played Hub that turn. Pretty large error that I didn't, to be honest. Because if I played Hub that turn, I could play Glint this turn. The gate already showed us? Sure. I don't think there's any real reason just to let him Fatal Push that. How did we not have a fourth land in play? What land drop did I miss? When did I not play a land? Holy shit, I didn't play a land on turn 2. That's insane. I didn't play a land on turn 2. Wow. I'm that bad. So we know he has a Vraska's Contempt. I think I'm just going to play this one, though. Do an Essence Scatter. Rip. I'm going to play the Glorybringer. Can't believe I didn't play a land on turn 2. What? Doesn't really make sense. I guess if you had nothing else, it does. Alright, I'd rather play this guy. Hopefully get some remedial value out of it. Ooh. Cards. So we still know he has these 3. He's got 1 unknown right now. But as long as it's not Glimmer of Genius, I feel like I'm in really good shape right now. Use the Contempt on that. And then he left his mana up when we know he has Glorybringer. So does that mean that he pretty much has to have an answer for this Glorybringer then? I guess he doesn't. It's crazy to me. Does he think he can kill my Glorybringer? He thinks he can kill my Glorybringer. It doesn't work, compadre. Yeah, he just typed in chat. Maybe he should read the cards. Go ahead and tick this up for mana. I'll go ahead and play this land too, because he's got this thing that makes me discard 2 cards in his hand. Yeah, we're looking great this game. Liliana. Well, we can kill Liliana. In more ways than one. So this is a misplay, by the way. I should have definitely upticked Chandra before I attacked, because there's certain cards I could have ticked up that would make me not want to kill the Liliana, so this is kind of like a waste of attack. We will not cast it, and we will play that. So, like, it worked out for us, but it was still misplay. Kind of a large misplay. El Scarabarino. I assume concession happens pretty much when I cast a Scare Hulk, but I could be wrong. It's already showed us this one, so. Ew. Yeah. There's the concession, as expected. Ooh. Yeah. Let's get this a braid the heck out of the deck and get this unlicensed in the deck. Milk! Milk boy. It's definitely the real Murph. He's spamming Milk boy. There's about 1,000 Murphs. I think this hand's keepable. It's not a hand that we'll write home about, but it's definitely keepable. You're not my local drug dealer. It's Pike County's favorite drug dealer, though. So we have 3 2-drops. Damn it. Turn 2 search. That's probably gonna wreck us, folks. Alright, let's try to be fast then. Next time you see Nasif stream, do quote 99. Alright, I can do that. Nobody believes you, local dope. Onward to Browntown you go, my friend. I guess we'll play this one next. Alright, Well, we have all of our lands and we have all of our spells, so we're about to play a game with our opponent that says who can play the better spells quicker. He has showed us sweepers, though. Kind of hesitant into playing into a sweeper. Alright, I am much less hesitant to play into a sweeper when we drew that. Go get some, my friends. Assume this is going to get counterspelled. Hope he's got 4 scarabs in his hand and one in play. I want to get that concession from the cheater. 5 scarab gods, baby. Get that out of here. Oh God. Bottom, bottom. Bottom, bottom, shove a card in my graveyard. Uh-oh. At least this Hour of Devastation, he's taking 8. Oh, baby. It's definitely not Hour of Devastation then, is it? What the? He doesn't have enough mana for a Gearhulk yet, so let's just go, boys. Ah, my throat hurts so bad every time I sneeze. That's how you win with that deck. He doesn't have double black. He killed the one that can return. Guess he maybe had to because of the life total discrepancies, but I think I want another black. So he wants a double black. So this means he's either going to Bantu or start Veraskaing. Veraska-ing? Veraska-ing? Veraska. Doing that Veraska silly. Now he's up to 6 mana. Alright, well, we'll start with battling his face. Torrential Gearhulk doesn't save him here, so he's got to have like a contempt. Two blue mana untapped. Can he play with 2 blue mana? Oh, he can bounce one of these guys. He showed us the bounce card, so we're not going to play the... Yeah, I'm just not going to play the Hour in response. Nice. Did not get blown out. That's great. I don't think I'm going to play them all. That way, in case he does untap and have the sweeper or whatever, we can use the Scrap Heap Scrounger at least. He was at 4 life, and if we use the Hour in response, he doesn't gain the 2 life, so it would have been technically a lethal attack. He only had 2 blue mana showing, so like he couldn't play Harness Lightning, he couldn't play a Braid. So I had to think about what cards he could have that stopped this from costing us the game. But he showed us this in game 1 and 2, so we played around this. And it was good that we played around it because he had one, so it worked out. Yeah, well, we get to draw at least one card. Hmm. I don't think I care if he has a Gear Hulk. I don't think I care if he has a Gear Hulk here. I guess we could have not attacked with the 1-1 just in case, but... Since the 1-1 kind of doesn't do anything, but the 1-1 going to the graveyard does mean the Scrap Heap Scrounger can come back, so, like, that's not nothing. Really hoping he doesn't also have a 1-mana removal spell. Alright, sweet. So he didn't have the 1-mana removal spell, so at least that was good. Sweltering Suns, that's less good. Still needs an answer to our thing, though. It could. I mean, Scarab's that good. He did not attack, so that's probably a good sign for us. I'd rather take that one. Glorybringer, you say? Is he more likely to have an Essence Scatter or a Negate? I'm going to go with the one because we can still play the Glint Siphoner if this doesn't work out. So he did have a Negate. Another Sweeper would suck, but... I think he was more likely to have a Supreme Will or an Essence Scatter than a Negate. God, another Swelter to Suns would be terrible if he also had a land for the consign. Now, there's an untapped land. And that is a Gear Hulk. Which means nothing he has, unless he sideboarded in Chandra's Defeat, can stop the Glorybringer. So long story short, opponent, get bent! As Chandra's Defeat, I could be salty. No Chandra's Defeat. I think we played that game well. But what do I know? Still can't believe I didn't play on land that game. That one game on turn 2. Ooh. Piece of candies. Oh yeah. Alright, round 2. Yeah, I ain't bluffing nothing at this point. Screw bluffing anything. I think I have a pimple coming in. Wait. Get away from there, Google. Ah, so many messages. Alright, Moto. I'll put you back over here where you belong. I guess I keep this hand and pray that they're playing an aggro deck. How many opponents are going to have that versus us on turn 2? Hey, Natural Power. What's up, man? Mr. Vance. Oh, I thought I was already in the second main phase. So our hand's clearly terrible here. I'm not going to play around any counter spells. I'm just playing this Chandra. Huh. Damn thing's got him bomb too, doesn't it? I guess it's better to kill it now and let him unbomb it. Yeah, this sucks. I don't really want to use the hour. I'm still scared of like Scarab Gods and stuff from his deck. I could have done what you said and got rid of it, but I'm much more worried about him just having a Scarab God and killing us. Yeah, that card's kind of sweet. Somebody recently had one in limited. I forget who it was. It might have been the guy who was in the finals versus Sean recently. I don't think we're going to do particularly well this game. I like our post board plan's pretty good though. Though I do think the Glyph Keeper is going to be a problem. Ooh! Friendo, go go! Oh, friendo, elf go go. Can't Supreme Will this, bud. He does have Essence Scatters in his deck, though, we've saw it. And he's on 6 mana right now, so, like, you know, the big dog's a real possibility. And he's got 7 mana to flip that Search for Azcanta now, so rest in peace. You guys know my feeling on Search for Azcanta. I don't own Scarab Gods. This is a no Scarab God stream because I don't own any. That's not true. I own one. We'll play this stupid thing. Why would you want to lead Logan down the wrong path? I'm gonna have to challenge Ace to some money matches and show him how Approach can't lose to that. Goodbye, our beautiful Glint Siphoner. We will miss you. I was playing Abzan tokens, not Approach, remember? A deck we both consider unplayable. I did go 4-4 with Abzan tokens. 4-1 to league and 0-3 to league. That's kind of crazy. Probably playing absolutely zero after this league local. because I am still sick. This is about time I do another approach stream, though. See if I can maintain my 75% win rate. Actually, 75% would be going down. Yep, probably ain't beating that card. He's got one in his graveyard. I wonder if he doesn't remember that it has a bomb, or if he just doesn't care. You silly people in your homework. Good God. I guess I'm just going to play this thing. I just want to look at his hand. Not that you get to look at his hand if it's not a god or anything. Because being on Twitch is sweet. Just casting this thing. Why would you want to be anywhere but Twitch? It's hard for me to believe he has a removal spell since he let us draw a card. Isn't like mono red one of your worst matches? I really think I'm like 14-4 versus that deck with mono red or something. But then again, you know, I'm playing versus randoms. I'm not playing versus people like you or Jabber. Just playing versus random folks I meet in leagues. That's one of the reasons that I don't really pay much attention to anybody's percentages, because I think leagues in general are incredibly soft. So like if you're an above average player, I think your win rate's going to be extremely high. Or if it comes to decks that are actually difficult to play, I think those matches are going to be very skewed. For example, Matt always posts one thing where like Esper's Vehicles was like 27% of the meta or something crazy like that. Sorry, it was like 3% of the meta, and it won like 72% versus Marvel or whatever. But like Marvel was 27% of the meta. So say there's 1,000 people playing Standard. That's 270 people playing that deck. If I think there's only 15% of those 270 people that are even good with the deck, that means I'm saying that there's over 150 terrible players with that deck. Like, of course I expect that deck's win rate to be bad in the tricky matches, because literally 8.5 out of every 10 players on average I consider to be a bad player with the deck. But that's kind of what I'm trying to say, Ace. You know, like, that's why I just don't trust those percentages and stuff. I never trust those percentages. It's like everybody tells me Approach is a terrible deck, right? And I'm willing to admit Approach is probably not a good deck. But when you look at my Moto win percentage, it's above 70, and it held at 80 through my first 80 matches. 80 matches is starting to get a decent sample size, and we had held at 80% during that. Like, that's pretty strong. But it's because I'm playing versus weak players that keep throwing away games and stuff, you know? What's the chances that he has a Supreme Will? Probably enough that I'm not going to risk it just to try to get 3 damage. Probably not enough to stop me from playing this, but definitely enough to stop me from trying to get to 3 damage. I saw him play that earlier. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to say Approach is a great deck or whatever. I'm just saying, like, if we were just going by win percentages, we would have to consider it a really high, like a really good deck. Because, like, you know, I've got live coverage of 100 plus matches with the deck with massive win percentages.
And like I said, I'm not saying the deck is good or whatever. I'm like saying just gonna attack this in if it'll ever let me click the button. There we go. But yeah, I just don't trust the Moto's win percentages. I think they're absurdly skewed, and like even when it's like a good player telling me like their win percentage is really high, I even view that to be pretty skewed as well because like I expect them to win with any deck that they play roughly that percentage. You know, like I think Jabber's going to play with any or is going to win 65 to 70% of his matches with any reasonable deck he plays. You know, I think Matt's going to do roughly the same thing. Maybe not Crazy Brews, but I'm just saying in general, like I expect these decks to like win a pretty large amount. I kind of just want to attack again, but like maybe I need to hold them both on defense at this point. We know he has a Vraska's Contempt already. The problem is like I can't wait, right? If I wait, I just die to this Search for Azcanta, so like I don't have a good way out here. Maybe drawing another removal spell will do something? Maybe if he bricks several turns? Yeah, that was bad, because now we know he has the Contempt as well, so like the Harvester's gone. Or he's just going to kill the Pia. That's fine too. Oh, okay. That's definitely a game because we know he has the Vraska's Contempt and he has enough mana to use it. Also, you know, he can just get like the Harness Lightning out of his graveyard or whatever, and we can't block on the following turn. Yeah, that's fun. Our hand was absolutely miserable. I like just bringing all this stuff. What else do I want to sideboard out? I don't think I actually want Harvester here. Could just be these two Abrades. Yeah, I'm down with it just being the Abrades. I think Unlicensed Disintegration does roughly the same thing as the Abrades. Yeah, blue-white approach really just does not beat blue-white cycling ever. You're pretty good versus the blue-white GPG decks, but you have a really hard time beating the Esper and the blue-black builds. Like, having Kite Self Rebooter being able to come back later in the game is so good versus you. Like, you can handle their 1-for-1 discard spells, but when they start getting 2 discard spells out of like 1 threat, it's pretty hard. And almost all the blue decks, anytime they draw 2 Abrades, you're in serious trouble. Well, I said Abrades, but I meant negates. I actually think blue-white approach is worse now after the bans than it was with the bans, because like the red deck was already your worst match, and though it got better, you still don't win it, and one of your better matches has left the field. So, I actually think blue-white approach got considerably worse. You know, I'm going to keep this hand because I'm absolutely crazy. This hand probably was a mulligan. And playing Effer Hub on turn 1 was probably dumb. Probably still should have just led with a mountain. Screw you, Dragon Skull Summit. But that's why I probably should have led with a mountain. JJ is back. No. Don't play Search. I guess that's a reason to cast Duress on turn 2. So, like, I feel like this game's already over. I legitimately feel like any time that I resolve a turn 2 Search, the game's over. I think Blue-Black Midrange is probably one of the better decks. This has got 2 different ways to kill my Chandra. 3 if you count the Gear Hulk. Fun times. Especially when that's all we have. So let's at least get the one that makes him take an entire turn up. I'm pretty sure, George, the way I view this format is you want to start every single deck with either 4 Hazardous or 4 Scarab Gods. And I don't see much argument for starting a deck with any other card. What is this? Well, that sucks for us, but at least he doesn't get a card the first turn. Guess I'm going to minus it since this thing's about to die anyway. Like, we're not going to get the ultimate this Chandra, so. Well, yeah, make him pay 4 mana and he doesn't get to use the loot. You definitely want 4, George. If I was tuning a blue-black mid-range deck, I would 100% start with Jabber's List. Hey, Hoochie, what's up, man? Guess I'll start with the Effer Hub because we could hit a Glorybringer off the Chandra. When did he play that turn? I wasn't really paying attention. He played a land for... Okay, Drowned Catacomb. I was going to say, he played a land for sure. I'm not blind. Uptick Glorybringer? Glint Siphoner. Alright, well, we'll play you. Playing you's better than the one in hand, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and kill the Gonti because I don't want to chump block. He might not let us chump block, and I want to make him spend mana to kill this. Very unlikely Zakal. It just 5-0'd and I wanted to test it. Who said anything about GFAB's list? I've definitely not saw GFAB's list. I was talking about Jabberwocky. He 5-0'd yesterday. Like, if I was going to work on that deck, I would start with his 75 and then, like, move from there. Or, like, the Ace's 75 that he last sent me, which I've not compared the 2 decks, but I assume are fairly similar. But yeah, I would start with one of those 2 decks and definitely work from there. Rekindling Phoenix. Yeah, whatever. I think I want to play the Phoenix. Nah, I'm going to play this. Oh my god. I ticked it for mana because I clicked weird. Fun times. Could have played the Phoenix in, I guess, instead of the Glint. It should be on MTG Goldfish from yesterday. Did not mean to click that. Casting game on Nicobolus. I can understand that, my man. I had a game on Nicobolus cast on me in this league by our last round opponent. Or was it game 2? No, he played it game 1. It's definitely he played it game 1 versus this last round. Giante. So we have enough mana for it all. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have enough mana for it all if we tick this up for actual mana at this point. That was a stupid play as well, but whatever. I'm already committed, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I 100% should have played Dagonti first, though, because I could have got a better card from his deck. Well, we did not get a better card from his deck, so at least it worked out. Hey, Gio, what is up, man? By the way, I've been wanting to do this for a while. Don't actually know how to do it. There we go. Been wanting to do that stuff for a while, but I'm lazy. Yeah, like I said, it was definitely really bad ordering. 100% bad ordering. Because we could have got something of Gonti, we wanted to play more than that. We'll go ahead and play old dude. He showed us disallows game 1, so I may not ultimate Deshandra next turn. Oh wow, opponent just has no cards apparently. Well, this is definitely looking good for Sin. He's used this card, by the way. So he's got to beat the board and a Chandra. I like Vilmods. And if it's a Gear Hulk, he has to use it main phase, or we have the Scavenging Grounds? I mean, we could ultimate. I'm not saying we won't. Got a lot of things he has to answer. Not a particularly large amount of mana to do it. I don't think I'm changing anything from the play to the draw here. We saw Glint Siphoners, but we knew he had Glint Siphoners anyway. I just don't think I can afford to have draw these and them be dead cards for like a long period of time. And we technically have, 5 3-mana removal spells and 2 other removal spells for a Glint. Hey, Mono BBC, what's up, man? Wish my nose would stop running because I'm too fat to catch it. Ha! The jokes. The jokes. Woo! Woo! That's my spooky ghost noise. Ate too much pizza and my little belly hurts. I think we're mulliganing this hand. My friends that are watching me stream told me to stop playing on Facebook. How dare they? Yeah, I guess we're going to mulligan this one too. Sweet. Let's keep this hand. This looks like exactly what we need. Cough. I could have kept a 2. I could have kept a 6 card maybe. Wah, wah, wah. And he's got the hub. That's pretty nice. Alright, I guess we're going to cycle this cannon Saloof. I feel like killing this is worth it. Like, I'm just gonna cast this. He could have negate, but he's more likely to have a supreme will or a disallow than a negate, I think. Rip. Apparently he does have negate. Alright. No more counter spells, please. It's not been treating me very well so far. And by not treating me very well, I mean it's been okay. We've got paired versus 2 Grixis control decks so far, like pure control, not mid-range. And those feel like pretty horrible matches for us. But luckily, both of them have stalled on lands, and it's felt like we've got to play. Feeling like we get to play is kind of cool. Yeah, you can do it, Chandra. Be our hero, baby. Man, I really want to cast this. Fine, I'll cast it. I'm going to cast this one, too. I would rather try to resolve the Doomfall or something than play out the Siphoner here. Like, I don't want to just play the Siphoner into a 1-mana removal spell, and he had to keep that hand for something. Could this be the mystical, magical Gante? That is not Gonti. That is not Gonti at all. That was actually a great draw. Alright, I take it back. I guess we're just playing a naked Siphoner. Oh, Hunter Wilson requeued? That's pretty sweet. We're definitely playing this card. I knew he went 8-2 with the mono vampire deck, but I didn't pay attention to his limited rating. Like the mono white deck, I guess it wasn't exactly vampires, but you know, I knew he went 8-2 with it. I wasn't paying attention to his limited rating. Oh, really? That's pretty hot. I have a lot of threats for our opponent to cancel again. Felt like we had absolutely nothing and we just kind of exploded. I wouldn't day 2 Pro Tour, I don't think. Not good enough. Where are you? What the hell? Get him, JJ. Wonder what our opponent's going to have here. Could have like a Sweltering Sun to clean these up, but I wish Columbus was just standard. I would like to go to Columbus. Columbus is about 4 hours from me and on a really nice road. I would love to go to Columbus. Another contempt. Alright. Target opponent reveals his hand. Make sure I clicked that right, actually, since I've clicked it wrong once. Yeah. Oh gosh, that's a good hand. So, it's probably just better for me to take the Gear Hulk. I feel like it's better for me to take the Gear Hulk. Let's cycle these two. Might hit an Effer Hub or something. Or like another Duress. I think I like taking the Gear Hulk the most. I am definitely not going to Memphis. It's like a 9-hour drive. I'm totally not into a 9-hour drive. So we're going to have to draw something here. Because he definitely gets a double spell this turn. Because he can guaranteed flip this if he feels like it. Alright, I'm fine, kill it. See if we care. 411, wow. My problem with flights is I have to drive like 3 hours to even get to an airport. Like how it's going on like an hour and 10 minutes of the stream and we've not even finished match 2. I assume he'll Glimmer this turn, but maybe he'll cast that first. Does he have a sweeper? Guess he has another removal spell for this. Or thinks he'll hit one off the Glimmer. Oh, you drew another Gear Hulk? That's disappointing. Alright, so we need like a Phoenix or a Glorybringer or something. Alright, that's something. Can definitely win the game. Can win it pretty fast because of the Pump Thopter. Wouldn't mind to draw a Gonti. The odds of him not having a removal spell for this Thopter are pretty high. Or pretty low, rather. Like, I assume he's going to have a removal spell nearly 100% here. Guess I could have played the Scrap Heap Scrounger pre-combat. That way, in case he had yet another Gear Hulk, we could have protected. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I highly doubt it, Geo, but I just wanted to try this 75 that 5-0'd. He's got 1 Vraska's Contempts and 2 Hours of Glory in it, and I'm not sold on that at all. We put both on bottom. I'm tempted to do another point of damage to him, but I don't think I will. I don't want him to get more energy, so... Man, unless Dominaria is really good, I don't think a lot of things will change. So we can beat a sweeper currently. If he has a 5-drop to follow this up, that's going to be pretty lucky for him. And it's going to be something we likely don't beat. I could draw Glory, I guess. Glory would be good here. Glory would be lethal, that's why it would be so good. What card don't I want him to get back? I guess I wouldn't want him to get back to Pia the most. That's kind of interesting. There's no creatures in his graveyard. Except for this, which we obviously don't care about. Think I would rather cast Phoenix than kill this? Actually, just going to attack his face and not the Liliana. Because then if he bricks on a removal spell for this, we win. Well, bricks on a removal spell in general, we win. It's not bricking at all. Oh, that was bricking. That does not win for... like, we do not win, though. Do have quite a few outs. Since he has to use the majority of his mana to use this Ascanta from here. Let's get rid of the one that gives him an immediate card. That was kind of a good draw. I feel like it's probably better to kill this than to draw a card, though. Like, him getting a 3 card right now feels kind of bad. I feel like his cards on average are better than ours. What do you do? Destroy all non-zombies? Did I give 2 shits about him killing my Rekindling Phoenix? Probably not. Because if he -7s, he's got to find a way to stop both the Scrap Heap Scrounger and the token. And he doesn't get to make a blocker that turn. Ah, that was a good one. That was a great one. He had a 1-mana removal spell for the Phoenix. Ooh, that's rough. Oh wow, he took it and went down to 3. Didn't expect that. Almost down to 3 minutes as well. So what is this one? Just search for Ascanta. He's got to stop my Phoenix and my dude. Alright, so he found a way to stop my dude. He's got a way to stop my Phoenix. So it looks like he's definitely alive for another turn. So we know he has these two cards in hand. Oh, he's got a Gear Hulk in the graveyard now. That's a pretty good one. It's our current last creature. That really doesn't do anything here. So you can like defeat the one, Chandra the other. Mm. And then contempt the other. This guy just doesn't feel like he does anything then. I may just draw a card of Archer. See if we can bait him into using both his removal spells or something. So he still has the defeat. He's going to contempt the elemental. I don't think I would have guessed that. Dress might be what we're looking for. Depends on what he draws, I guess. Oh, he's got a lot of draws, though. Actually, just gonna go ahead and play this. We have no pushes in our deck. There's no pushes in our deck right now, Ace. All three of our pushes are in our sideboard. Huh. Do I play this or cycle this? Just gonna play it. Playing it gives us enough mana to cycle and bring back a Scrap Heap Scrounger. Well, we're clearly in a lot of trouble now. Yelda's Kanta is what won this game. Providing he wins. I mean, we're still not dead. Have outs. I guess this is potentially one of them. If he doesn't have it. If we drew a fourth Gear Hulk, we're definitely dead because we've dealt with two of them already. What do you got? Chandra's defeat. Wrecked. Can't catch a break. Alright, so we still have the out of being able to draw, like, Unlicensed Disintegration next turn. Right? Like, Unlicensed Disintegration gives us an out. I'd rather get rid of a glory. Oh, opponent timed out. Wasn't paying attention. No, he didn't even time out. He just conceded. He had 3 seconds left. I would have used this. It looks like we were going to lose this game. The opponent could have attacked in 3 seconds if he just hit or whatever. I may have conceded too. He shouldn't have conceded. I'm the type of player in a friendly league that will concede. If I didn't draw a card that would have blocked, I would have probably snap conceded here. I don't know. Had to take our draw step though, because like we had live cards, right? Like a Unlicensed Disintegration would have been okay. Hitting the Gonti for our draw step and then finding a removal spell would have been okay. Opponent's apparently messaging us off stream. Talking to my opponent off screen, he apologized for being slow. Have you guys ever saw somebody apologize for being slow on Moto? That's insane. Opponent's a really nice guy. Now I feel real bad. That was a pretty fun match, but yeah, our opponent would have beat us. We looked at our cards, so we were definitely dead. We had no out. This deck does not feel good versus these control decks at all. Like, Search for Azcanta is just such a powerful card. Which is something that blows my mind that like Ace and Jabber don't believe in Field of Runes anymore. I know Ace said that he was just finding that he beat all the blue-white decks anyway, but like, I find that if I play a turn 2 or 3 Search for Azcanta, there's not many damn decks I lose to that aren't pure aggro. Thank you, Moto. Yeah, I'm not feeling this deck so far, though. That sounds reasonable. We'll keep. I guess I'm going to lead with a hub on turn 1 in case we draw a swamp. That way we don't have to take the random 1 point of damage. Watch me misclick and not play the Dreadlands Zone, just get smashed. Oh god, Commune of Dinos. At least we have 2 hard removal spells. I actually find these decks very hard for mid-range decks to beat. They can actually surprisingly go really big really quick. I'm less concerned about the Teamer build. Jabber plays a commit and memory as well, don't he? So like he can deal with something that resolves like that. Whereas like a lot of people just can't. I love how I move something on my other screen and it minimizes our game. Rip. We needed that guy. He was thinking about not killing it. Like he paused a long time. If you're ever thinking about not killing a glint that can draw a card, your hand's got to be really the heck powerful. So, like, I'm afraid about what may happen this game. L ramp spell. Showed us this one. At least we have a couple ways to kill that without him getting value. Oh, yeah, we're just never beating that card. I have Doom Falls, but like the odds don't line up particularly well. Card hits so hard and so fast. We can definitely beat it though. I said we're never beating that card, but like we're killing Phoenix this turn, drawing Glorybringer next turn. Like this card might not ever even matter, and he may never get 6 mana. You never know. I'd rather use a more expensive one. Oh my god, I misclicked! Oh. And that exiles it too, so like I don't even get my Phoenix back. What a tilt! That was 100% a misclick. I should not play Magic when I'm sick. But then again, I've been sick for 3 weeks, so. It's definitely not shame scooping. It would have been so bad if it was just a removal spell and I could have got old dog back, but. Wow, the misclick. Tilt. He's inching closer and closer to us just being dead. Maybe we'll draw an untap land. That's not an untap land. Yeah, it's not looking good for the old tyrant at the moment. Guess I should kill this one first, just in case he has a blossoming defense. I'd rather actually get this one off the table. I think we had a good chance to win this game had we not just punted. I think we have close to no chance to win this game now if he ever sees a 6th land. Guess there's some world where we just like draw a bunch of Glorybringers in a row, but I don't typically live in worlds like that. By the way, hello Batzik. Hey, sample the spore. Alright, well Carnage comes down next turn, so I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna scoop because we have Doomfalls in our deck. But like, obviously our odds are very low now. Whereas I think we would have ran away with this game probably if we still had Phoenix. We do have Doomfalls in our deck though. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, brother. Now, if this is just another tyrant, we are dead. Yeah, it's just another tyrant, so now we are dead. No out to that one. Oh, God, I'm such a baddie. Silly Miss Clickerino. I think I like all of these versus him. I think you're not particularly great. I don't think you're great. I don't think you're great. I almost just want to put threats in to attack with early. I don't think harvesters are super great here either. I think I'd rather have these than harvesters. I know harvesters fly and all that, but he's already showed us like Brontodons and things, so like seems like a big investment for something that may not work. Alright. Play better, Searslist. Don't know if you can actually play better, but you can try. I think this hand's a keep. Start with this thing in case we draw a swamp. Time to dodge that removal spell, friends. Sweet. Now time to draw a removal spell. That's not a removal spell. I guess I'm going to play this because I feel like I need mana. Could have cast a Doomfall here, I guess, but doesn't he have anything? 100% casting the Doomfall if he doesn't have anything. Actually, just targeting him to exile a card. He's not playing anything with 4 mana. It means he's probably not playing anything of 4 mana next turn either. And even if he does, we have a Doomfall for it. Or like a Chandra tick down or something, depending on what it is. Swelter, that sucks. Alright, well that's a land, so that is definitely a start. I think I'm just going to play the 2 Rekindling Phoenixes on back-to-back turns. Like, they block pretty good if he has. It blocks really good if his card's a Regisaur. And if it's not a Regisaur, it's the harder card for him to deal with. It ends the game real fast as well. Like, we can race most things from here. He's got like double removal spell or something. That's not even that bad. Yeah, I'm not worried about something like that. By the way, what's up with the Drover into Sweltering Suns dot deck? Just casting this one again. I doubt he brought counterspells in. If he did, it's probably for negate, so I feel like those cards in the game quicker than anything else. Even if he has a Swelter here, you'd have to have like a Swelter and 2 removal spells or 2 more Swelters. Even the big 6 mana Dino's not that bad because both of our dudes come back with the hasty action. There's a Swelter. Does he have double removal? At best, he's probably going to have 1, right? Oh wow, he had double Swelter. Well, that's a thing. We'll go ahead and play this, tick it up, and play a Scrap Heap Scrounger. Yeah, triple Swelter. I have to imagine that anytime I'm bringing Swelter in, I'd be taking this out. So even if he has a Carnage Tyrant now, we have this. I guess I'll play the land first. Don't have double black, so we can't play that. So I'm just going to tick this up to start. Target opponent exiles a creature he or she controls. Gonna put him down to 6 here. And just cast the other Scrap Heap Scrounger from our hand. Don't feel like that's going to do much. Start with the uptick. Yeah, whatever. Kill the blocker. Another removal. We got a bunch of Phoenixes in our graveyard, so we don't have to play the one from hand, but we will go ahead and play this so we have double black. So next turn he's got to stop Chandra Ultimate and 2 Scrap Heap Scroungers from attacking. Well, one of the 2. Regisaur does that? There's not a whole lot of other cards that do that, I don't think. Let's just Stone Ultimate that as fast as I can. Alright, he can seize before I even get a chance. No, I want to sideboard any differently now that I've saw Sweltering the Suns in his deck. Or Sweltering Suns, not Sweltering the Suns. I think Eversphere Harvester gets a little bit better, but I don't think it gets better enough that I want to play it, especially when he saw the Braids and we know he's not going to be taking out Brontodons. I think we should have 2-0'd this match, but who knows. It's not a great hand, but I do think it's good enough to keep. I'm going to play this one first, just in case next turn we top deck a Glint. So honestly, where he led with a Mountain, I might not play the Glint even if he did. I may would just play the Zealot, regardless. He has a Brontodon in hand. Chandra can deal with Brontodon at some point. Doomfall. I think I actually want to use that on his hand right now. Because I don't know how easy it's going to be for us to keep his board clear. Oh. Well, he has absolutely no card in his hand that I care about. Rip. I guess that was bad of me. On a positive note, if he doesn't draw anything, we're going to get the Dance Selector's Sum tomorrow. There's a Mountain Leaf Saw. Okay, I got our fingers crossed here saying no Rigi, no Rigi, no Rigi. Alright, so a Reckless Charge. So we know the last 2 cards in his hand. I'm going to go ahead and get this on the table so we can start accruing value from it. He did not cycle the Sweltering Suns. He is protecting himself from Phoenix. Yeah, so I'm going to play this one. Just had to play a land beforehand just in case we hit a 5-drop. We know he's got double Swelter, so I'd rather hold the Glint, I guess. While still giving him something that's tasty enough for him to want to kill it with maybe the Swelter. What opponent's doing here? Yeah, I guess I'll play it. It's definitely going to get him to commit that Sweltering Suns now. He's going to take 6 damage he probably didn't have to take, though. So many cards in our hand this game. I don't think he's just going to take another 6. But little does he know he's going to take another 6. Wait. This isn't Swelter the Sun, this is something else. Still keep calling it Swelter the Sun? Well, I don't care about that at all. I mean, I do, but I don't. Guess I'll just play this. It's going to die, and I'm fine with that. Mainly because we have so many things to play afterwards, and his life will be so low. These have trample, so I'm not going to try to protect Deshandra. Not that I could protect it anyway because of the Swelter and the Braid. But like, he's going to find something else to use on this other Glorybringer, or he's still just dead. And if he does, we have like a lot of draws in a spot like this. So he has to find another removal spell for the Glorybringer. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and cycle this so I can F6. Nothing that he's going to play is going to interact with our hand. We're 100% not casting a Braid right now. Oh no, I guess we're not 100% to not cast a Braid. We're just a lot of percent not to cast a Braid. Probably like 99.9. You have to definitely walk a tightrope to get out of this. Could have double Swelter, he could have drawn another. But if he did, he loses his current threat. He did. Okay. So we know the last card in his hand's a Braid. Could just get the Braid out of his hand, but I don't think that's worth it. Just going to let him Braid one of these and not care. We have another one, and I think the Doomfall's better as a removal spell at this point. Though he probably didn't have any out if we took the Braid. I guess that's not true. He would always have draw like another removal spell, kill Phoenix, untap kill Phoenix. So like he'd still had outs, but not particularly realistic ones. Definitely drawing our card here. Guess I'd rather use this one. Guess I'm not casting this second of Braid in. Oh, fudge! I F6 and didn't attack with the Glint. Second punt this match. Hopefully this one doesn't cost us. But him drawing Swelter is one of the only things. Swelter, like an hour, some effect like that's one of the only things that stops the Phoenix. So I think it's better to not play the other glint. Yeah, that doesn't do anything, and he's now tapped out. Or he's not tapped out, but he's hellbent. Scrappy Scoundrel was a reason that we probably could have cycled last turn. There's no reason for him to concede because I've already proved that I could skip an attack step, so. Didn't skip this one. Ah, 3-0. 2-1 every game because we like the struggle. The struggle is real. Make sure if you guys like what you're watching to follow the links down below and follow my YouTube channel because YouTube. Ba 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 boom. Thank you, Moto. Just scoot you back where you belong. Hand's good enough to keep. It's not a bad hand at all. What did we play versus last round? Dinos. So this is the third Dragon or Cannon Sleuth deck we've got paired versus so far. We're always going to lead with this one first versus decks like this because I think they just have so much removal. This is not a competitive league because I do not trust the deck we're playing. Onward, little dust dude. I'm king of the friendly leagues. And by king, I mean I'm really bad. We tried. Alright. One time, baby. You can do it, deck. Untapped red source. You could not do it, deck. You suck, deck. It's not our fault. The deck sucks. We obviously are great. The opponent missed his land 3 drop and has better mana than us. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! We got there, homies! Who's excited? I'm playing this one before the Phoenix because I assume at this point he's just playing the same deck we're playing or he's playing Grixis, which means he has about 790 removal spells, so I think the Phoenix, even though we'd be getting a 2-for-1, has a low likelihood of attacking. Hey, Vera. Vera Chachia. Ooh, it's actually not a bad draw. If he's playing the same deck we are, that means he has access to After Spear Harvester, so I'll save our one thing. I tapped my mana stupidly. I deserve to lose. That was another punt. I was supposed to tap a colorless land there, but on Modo, when you have the mana floating like that, it's kind of weird. 100% my fault though. Like I could have done that better. Sorry again, I have a code. I don't think I got to the mute button in time then when I was cleaning my nose. So I'm sure that was gross and I apologize. Hope it's not too late, friends. El friendos. Yeah, opponent's done. Had enough. He said, I got mana screwed and you had a great draw. We out. Alright, so we're going to bring in this. You get over there. This. I think I'm actually going to bring in these. Yeah, hell, let's bring in this too. Let's just bring it all in. Get rid of this crap. Actually, kind of like this here. Maybe I should have more answers to opposing glint siphoners, but I think we have enough. Hmm. Don't actually know what I want to take out here. We've got one Doomfall. The more I think about it, cutting the Harness Lightnings seem kind of weak in general. They're probably as good, if not better, than Unlicensed Disintegration. Getting to 3 damage off the Unlicensed Disintegration is probably not happening that often. I'm just going to take those Harvesters out, actually. I think there's so many removal spells and so many ways to answer them. Oh gosh, this hand's bad, but it's probably a keep. Oh, he's just Grixis. Alright, we sideboarded very wrong then. Yep. Didn't know he was Grixis. Rip. Sideboarded super wrong, I think, for Grixis. If he's going to kill one, I would rather him kill this one. This is also the one that can attack for a Whirler Virtuoso or a minimum trade with a Whirler Virtuoso. There's like no guarantee the other one even does that. So our opponent was a lot more mana screwed than we thought. We knew he was mana screwed, but we didn't know he was that mana screwed. Rip, black mana. And a Chandra. This not being Vraska's content makes me really sad, and him being able to uptick and have a second removal spell is absolutely life-alteringly bad for us. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Huh. Hello. It's actually really good for us, because now we get to kill the Glorybringer and the Chandra this turn. All for the low price of 4 damage. Yes, to the Chandra. you also attack the Chandra. Take care, George, man. Appreciate it, dude. Take care, bub. Everything's coming up Millhouse for us at the moment. I think that means coming up good. I don't know. Things are just going very well for us right now. I'm not going to play around Chandra's defeat. If he has Chandra's defeat, you just got us, bub. No Chandra's defeat. So that worked out well. And our hand is just powerful. Look at how good these cards in our hand are right now. I think I'm actually going to play the Gonti and look for a removal spell for that dude. It's a fairly good chance whatever I play doesn't actually resolve, but... Wow. I think I'm just taking negate here. Like, we are so far ahead. Like, what do we care that he plays that's not a spell? We have an answer to the Scarab God. We have the threat that can just win the game. We have a really big board. We have a backup threat in our hand. We could have just used the Deadlands for the glint on that turn. Something I put some thought into and maybe should have. Well, I don't really think that was worth it, though. He can kill Gonti if he wants. Take 6. Oh, there's no creature in our graveyard? Sure, you get to save a point of damage doing that then. Do I care if he draws another card? I really don't think I do. I just want all my threats to be lethal next turn. So we have a potential of 4 lethal threats this turn, assuming he draws a card with the glint. We still have a negate. I don't know what he could have here. Even if he had hours of devastation, or like Sweltering Sun, he needs another removal with that stuff. Yeah, Virtuoso does something. Now, 2 Virtuosos definitely do something. Yeah, so let's start by buying... Oh, I don't have a creature for you. So they can make 3 creatures, and we have... So they can make 3 things, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's just no way we don't win then, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, yeah. We Gucci. It's fun. Also could have used the Deadlands if we wanted, but... Make sure I target the right one because I'm not real bright. Go ahead and get that dude. And go ahead and get that dude. And 3 lethal attackers. Kept forgetting that I didn't have a creature for this Scrap Heap Scrounger because I'm used to all the gold creatures in my decks always, or all the gold spells in my decks being creatures. I'm not super used to playing this card. Hey Vladimus, what's up, man? Doing pretty well. I mean, I'm still sick, but having fun. I don't think this deck's particularly great, and I feel like we're running really hot, but like, I'm having fun with it. Like, it's an enjoyable deck to play. Definitely an enjoyable deck to play. We're currently 4-0 local. Yeah, I don't know why it says that. I probably have to do something to make it see me, but like, it definitely sees me because of this. So that's kind of like weird. But yeah, this deck does not feel like a top of the line deck, but it's fun and it's good enough to get some wins. Some Chinese. Oh, yeah, I got some pizza in the fridge I got to get to. Yeah. Let's go ahead and hit play. And Moto moved our thing again. I think this hand's actually good enough to keep. I have a removal spell, and I think these Phoenixes are super good, so as long as we don't see like basic mountain over here, I don't think this is that bad. Even if we do see basic mountain, like, we have a lot of answers to things like that. When we have a braid draw, or like a double Phoenix draw, I feel like we just want to draw removal spells right now. Yeah, we've won our last 9 matches in a row. We're definitely on a heater. Wouldn't mind to draw one Vraska's Contempt or one what do you call that other card? Hour of Glory? Oh, so he's Jund. If he's Jund, we probably don't have to worry about that's rude AF. Our Phoenixes don't do anything to that little dude. Tilt? Like, he played the one thing that our little Phoenixes couldn't chump on, bro. Yeah, I wouldn't mind to draw an Hour of Glory or Vraska's Contempt. Scrap Heap Scrounge. Think I would rather use you on it. I'll tap you for Blackvin. Huh. I'm actually going to play this thing. In case he has a Glory Bringer, we can use the Chandra on it. There's like a good chance he's got double removal spell or like removal spell and a Glory Bringer. Hopefully it was just like removal spell and a Glory Bringer and he doesn't have the land. He had the land, so let's hope it's not Glory Bringer now. Huh. Alright, well, I'm just going to play this one first. It's a solid blocker, and it's the best way to try to protect our Chandra. It does give him enough mana to play the 12-12, but I'm not going to play around the 12-12. I'm just going to play around trying to beat the board. This is actually really bad, isn't it? Because he could just have the removal spell. And then he buys back the scrap heap and gets to kill our Chandra either way. But I think that's worth it. Like, getting this off the table for this is a good start. He doesn't have to have another removal spell. Even if he's got Death Gorge Scavenger, we can get back either of these. He played the one from hand instead of the one from his graveyard. Does anybody else find that weird? Yeah, so we have to try to play defenses with our Phoenixes. Again, we really just can't beat a 12-12 here. These Phoenixes actually do an absurdly large amount of work, though. Should be right back. There's a kind of a weird noise in my house. So I have to apologize for that, and I'll return as quickly as I can. Alright, we're back. I think I still have to play defense here. I think my life total is just too low. Hey, Jan, what's up, man? Sorry about going AFK there as well. We would struggle to beat a Glorybringer, but I think we can beat a lot of non-Glorybringer draws. Especially if we draw like an untapped land. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this one. This makes our Doomfall better. Could have drew a removal spell for the other Phoenix, but could not have as well. Looks like he didn't. Untapped land, baby. You can do it. Alright, that card was great for us. Pretty much shuts down his offense. We can start gaining life after this turn as well. Hell, we might just start running him out of creatures. He's only got the 4. If we get out of this turn with the board intact, I feel I can probably start attacking and everything. Doesn't look like we're getting out of it necessarily intact, though. So we saw all of these cards already. So what could be in his hand? Absolutely nothing. Don't care about any of these either, though, do we? I think I'd rather go after his hand here. Alright, it's 2 bricks, which is we kind of expected, but... So we break even on life here. If he didn't draw a removal spell, we could have got rid of one of these Scrap Heap Scroungers forever, but thought there was some chance that he drew like an Abrade or something. Like I kind of wanted to force his hand. We can get rid of the other Scrap Heap Scrounger forever now. So it was a Phoenix and he left it on top. Kind of interesting. Alright, no longer care about that Phoenix. We know it's on top of his library. We don't care about it at all, so this is a very safe attack. So we'll start by killing this. And we'll get rid of all 3 of his Scrap Heap Scroungers. It seemed like it was pretty cool. It 5-0'd yesterday is why we were giving it a try. So a lot of cards win now. Basically any creature wins. Well, any non-Rekindling Phoenix wins that I can draw. Alright, so that wins. And kill the blocker. And attack for 11. In the tweet. I didn't expect to win that game. That game was really hard fought. Yeah, so what do we do going into the sideboard? We know we want Hour of Glory. I think we know we want this thing. Kind of feel like this card's really good here. So these are cards that I'm pretty confident are good here. I think there's a good chance that the Gaunties and Scrap Heaps are good here too, because I feel like we have to have some kind of consistent damage. But let's figure out what we can sideboard out. We can probably take out the Magma Spray. I don't think I want the Magma Spray. It's good versus Scrap Heap Scrounger. But it can't kill Heart of Kieran. Guess we have enough other ways to kill Heart of Kieran that maybe Magma Sprays are better than Fatal Push. What do we know that we want? I definitely know I want these. God, I want most of this deck. Is it ever wrong, or is it ever right to take out this stuff?
definitely want you. Definitely, because hmm. So you're the cards that I definitely want. Maybe Scrappy Scroungers isn't something I actually want. I feel like Gaunties is something I want. Blocks most of the things on the ground. Doesn't really mess with the air at all, though. I think this match really comes down to who plays better around their Phoenixes and Glorybringers. Got a bunch of other answers, don't we, for like a... I'm gonna try this. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Hey, Jay Saria. I probably pronounced your name wrong, and I'm highly sorry if I did. This is keep. A pretty good hand. There, one Magma Spray. Do you get to do the fantastic work? You do. What fun it is. What fun it is. Start working on hitting some of our land drops, play our Elvish Visionary. Ooh, we drew another Elvish Visionary. So, like, we potentially can have prayed next turn and play... Oh, wow, he didn't play anything. I'm actually going to not play the Glint this turn because I want to guarantee we get our land next turn. I'm going to go ahead and play that because I don't care what land I hit. I would still play the Cannon Sleuth because I want at least 5. It's not a bad one, but it does let us play just Chandra and tick up and kill it. There's a Rekindling Phoenix. He'll definitely be keeping that one, but we already have the answer to it, so that's good. Hopefully there's no Blossoming Defense now. Or Chandra's defeat, which is highly more likely, of course. It looks like there is a Chandra's defeat. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping to get the mana out of it again next turn. It's not the end of the world, but I really wanted that mana again next turn. Double black, double red. There's a Phoenix. Huh. I think I'm just going to play a removal spell this turn because if we draw land, we can play a removal spell and a Glint Siphoner next turn, and there's some chance he sideboarded in Sweldering Suns or whatever anyway. Or some chance that he just like untaps and bashes with Glorybringer, which is not something I really want to deal with in this spot. That one I'm less likely to kill with the first removal spell. He could have a braid or anything in that spot and just like kind of like ruin the entire plan. He's only got 11 mana, so I don't have to worry about him playing like the 12-12 on this turn or anything.
think he can really attack. I'm not going to play the second glint because, like I said, I'm worried about there being I'm worried about Sweltering Suns. It's like the only card I'm super worried about from here. Even if he played a Glorybringer and killed this, he'd just be dead on board to this. So he has to have a Swelter or like some kind of mass removal spell. Guess he could kill this and get another turn. Like, getting another turn's not really winning. You gotta like kill this, maybe he's got a Chandra's Defeat. Not really sure. Long story short is he has some counterplay to this. Can't draw this turn. We'll send two things at that in case he has one removal spell. It's really hard for me to say the Fury one. This isn't my deck. This is just a random deck that 5-0'd that we're testing. We played versus two Grixis control decks in this league, though, and a Grixis mid-range deck, and we beat them all, but the match didn't seem great. Again, I'm not playing the Glint because the only cards that I'm worried about are like mass removal spells. We probably beat anything that's not a mass removal spell in the current spot that we are. Alright, 5-0. So, 10-0 over our last two streams. That's not too bad. Two different decks even. Sorry, I wish I could give you more information. I typically just test the decks that go 5-0 on stream because I think people like to see them. Like I said, we got paired versus the 3 matches, 2 control and 1 mid-range. And it didn't feel great. It felt like we're just a weaker version of their deck because we don't have Scarab God and they do. But we managed to get lucky and get by them. We definitely ran well, I think. But yeah, this deck's playable. Thank you, JJ and Sean. Mono BBC. That's Matt's gonna have to get on their level, man. He 5-0'd 3 out of 5, but we 5-0'd 2 out of 2, so I'm really not, Brian. I just I've been running really well. That's true, but I'm like super worried about him like being able to harness lightning one of our flyers and take it back, you know? The funny thing about that is, Colonel, is like they banned Ramunaparad, and I'm pretty sure it's still the best deck in the format. Like our buddy Matthew Folks, which I highly suggest you guys go follow him too if you like watching standard streamers. He's not on right now, but he normally streams earlier in the day. Let me get a link to him for anybody who cares. But he's a great player, a great grinder out of the EU. He went 23-2 on stream of the deck earlier today. Like he's just a wonderful player. He makes really tight plays. Yeah, Mardu's definitely a faster deck, but it feels like it's easier to interact with. But yeah, no, I can't recommend Folks enough. Like he crushes with that red deck. He crushes with everything. He's the second leader in trophies right now behind the mythical Jabberwocky, which Jabberwocky's playing blue-black chart. And that's what I really think this format comes down to, and I could be entirely wrong, but the two things that I like when I look at this format, and you got to keep in mind this format's still in its infancy. A lot of the Plat pros and the Gold pros are obviously working on Modern right now. They're not working on Standard because of the Pro Tour. A lot of the grinders are working on Modern as well because the Elmo CS is not next week, a month from now. But like, It's felt to me so far that you basically need to start every deck with 4 gods, whether it be Hazoret or Scarab God, and just go from there. The only other thing that's impressed me, other than like Hazoret and or Scarab decks, is like the 4 Kindling Phoenix Glorybringer decks. Like, this card is so unbelievably powerful. Like, this card is just so good. How we won this game 1 versus our opponent blows my mind. Like, it just shows this card's so good. But like, obviously Hazoret and the TSG are as well. Thank you, BBC. Yeah, I mean, Ferostodon, when they initially banned it, I was like, oh my god, Glacial Fortress is now amazing. And then like, the more and more I thought about it, like, my Glacial Fortress decks still just do not beat red deck wins. Instead of it being like a 75-25 match, it's like a 60-40 now, but like, you'll take a 60-40 match every day of the weekend, twice on Sunday. So like, I never want to be on the approach side. Like I'm 40% with approach. I don't know if I said that right. Like, I think the red deck wins is like 60%. So like, sure, it's not. You don't you have some counterplay to it now, but like, you still just lose to the red decks. And then like, all of the other decks got weaker. Like, the Sultai decks got weaker. The Black Green Constrictor decks got weaker. It's like Pete Ward said it after he went 10-0 in the PPTQ a couple weeks ago. He's like, I like this new standard format. He's a red deck wins player. He's like, I like this new standard deck or standard format because my deck's still about the same and everybody else's deck got a whole lot worse. And I don't think he's wrong. He's also somebody that people should probably follow as well. I saw that Marionette Masters deck 5-0 the other day. It's definitely something that I want to try. Yeah, Moment of Craving is getting much less play than I would have expected. I got a 5-0 in a comp league with a Constrictor list, but like, it was on stream as well. Every round I'm sitting there saying, please don't play Scarab God, please don't play Scarab God, please don't play Scarab God. Because anytime they played Scarab God and I didn't have Contempt, I knew the game was just over. And that I had no counterplay to it unless I was like ridiculously far ahead on board or something crazy. Let's see if we can find somebody to host, because that is going to be it for us today. We got a sweet little 5-0, which is really nice. Looks like Gabby's playing Standard. Might host her. Who else is playing Standard? Todd Stevens is playing Modern. Joe Lassette's playing Standard. Oh no, Thundermo's on, so we're definitely throwing Thundermo to host. Thundermo's playing Red Deck Wins. I think he's playing the same list that Matthew Folks was on. So we're definitely going to give him the host. But I appreciate all of you guys coming out today. I definitely appreciate the new follows. Just appreciate all of the continued support. Anyway, we'll do our best to be back tomorrow sometime after the Pro Tour goes off. We'll be playing Standard as usual. I have no idea when because I'm still pretty sick and I have no idea which Standard deck. But anyway, thank you guys for stopping by and go watch Thundermo Red Deck win some people. Take care, everybody, and thank you very much for coming by.